Hi, I'm Keith Tobin, or Mr. Tobin, or Mr. Tobes, or Tobes if you're a friend. Um, this is my first attempt at a video blog, so we're going to see how it goes. I was struggling with what I wanted to share because I wanted it to be meaningful and enjoyable, and there's just so many things to choose from that I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. And then I asked my wife, and she said, "You should tell them about the time you almost died." So at first I wasn't sure what she was talking about because, let's face it, I've had a lot of close calls. But she was referring to the time in college, this event that solidified my relationship with one of my best friends, and he's actually a person who helped me get the job here at school. It's a private school, Desert Christian Academy in Bermuda Dunes, California. It's a school that his dad founded back in the 70s, so it's pretty cool that it's still going on. And the story in college, our sophomore year at Azusa Pacific University as undergrads, was just this situation that just bonds you for life. So we're going to go back a couple of years, and a younger version of me is going to try and tell you about the night that, well, the afternoon even, it wasn't even nighttime yet, the afternoon that we almost died. Oh my gosh, I can't believe that just happened. It was insane. So I spent a lot of time with my friends over at their place. Two of them live in the mods, and then a really good friend that I live with is over in Alosta place, and his buddies are out of town, so I've been crashing there all week. And we got out of class early. Sorry, I'm starving, I gotta get my grub. So anyway, I'm crashing there, and we both had class that was canceled. It was awesome. We did that whole 10-minute rule for a professor who didn't show up, and we just scattered like cockroaches. So that was cool, because I don't want to go to class. His key, he gave me his apartment key. So we're walking down, and we're going to the apartment, and we're just talking, and it's weird because I've always had issues getting this door open. And this time was just like every other time. Walk up, and I'm pulling the key out, and I look at him, I say, "You know what? I'm not going to be able to open your door, but I'll try it." And in the background, we hear these tires screeching. And at a college campus, with streets around anyway, that's not unheard of. And then we hear it again. So now we're trying to think, now what is that? And then we turn and look, and we see the street that drives by the parking lot that we're standing close to. And this white Bronco is coming, going about 40 miles an hour, whips a 90-degree turn into that parking lot. It was like movie driving. Whips it in, more screeching, and now straight into this parking lot. It's about 40 yards deep, and he's just going for it. And at the end of this, there's a curb, just a standard curb, and then a grass lot, and then the pool. So at first it looks like he's gonna jump the curb and then go into the pool. He hits the curb, which is already pretty crazy, because he's going like at least 40. Hits the curb, jumps up into the grass, and we think he's gonna go into the pool. Then he pulls another 90-degree turn. He's still going almost 40 miles an hour, and he's looking straight at us, and he's driving. He splits these two trees. They're about 7 feet apart. Splits these two trees, drives right through them. We are now about 30 feet from this guy. There is the grass, sidewalk, an outdoor little patio area, and then the house. So this is all happening while I'm trying to get the key in the door because I don't want to get hit by the car. I get the door open as soon as he begins the crash into the balcony. And he crashes through, and then he crashes into the house and shatters the grass. He tears through the grass, tears through the glass sliding door after taking out the deck, and into the living room, and he stops. But as that happens, I get the door open. My big friend Tom throws himself into the corner outside underneath the stairs to go up to the apartment. And the way he describes it, I get the door open and I just run through the hallway, just straight through. And he said it was like a movie. I'm running, looks like in slow motion, and there's just shrapnel flying by me, hitting the wall. I see the glass door shattering and just glass is flying. It's landing all over the couch. The Bronco has pushed the couch out of the way, and it's this couch that and this is the big kicker when we look back and we're just like, God is just protecting us all the time. If we had been home a little early, we would have been sitting on that couch because it's pushed up against the glass. And that was where I had been sleeping. I would have been sleeping there, or we would have been sitting there watching TV, and this guy would have crashed through. So my buddy is a athletic trainer, and he says, grab my pack, we gotta see if this guy's okay. So I grab his pack and run out, and he's gone. He was the guy we found out later that lived upstairs, and he crashed into the house. I got the police report. I want to see it. Police department, this is the official copy. I just got it because, you know, it's college. This just happened. And throughout this, it says that while they're interviewing him, he's laughing to himself. He's like part crazy. And it says, I asked him, why did you drive into Building D? The suspect said, I nodded up. I drove into it, thinking there were some hot dogs burning in there. I asked him what he meant by knotted up. And he said, I jumped into the car and had a tantrum. I asked him to tell me what kind of tantrum he had, and he said that it wasn't a temper tantrum. He said that he had smoked too much weed, stayed up too late, and drank some beers. He indicated that he had not had much rest. And it goes on, continuing to laugh quietly to himself at this point. It was just crazy. He was outside of his mind. One of the scariest moments of my life, hands down. Sorry, I gotta scarf this down. I got a 7 p.m. class I gotta get to. I'm gonna take off. Hate to eat and run. I don't know why people say that. I don't. I actually love to eat and run. So I'm gonna go. This has been a lot of fun. I'm not really sure who's gonna see this entirely, but I thought it was a good story. So I gotta go to class. Thanks for listening, man. I'll see you later.